this map, is it not? And that is going to have been Fenneks' choice for what they're going to play. Maybe getting some insight there, there, Epsilon. They were PCWing on process before, so they should be well practiced, and hopefully not have any more chokes on this. They've definitely had the scare of their lifetimes going 3-0 down in the second place playoffs, let alone having to face AWS first. I mean, AWS are thinking that if we can win 5-0 in the first 5 minutes, if that were possible of their final playoffs, should Epsilon get through, then I don't know. This is definitely not the Epsilon that we're used to seeing of the past. Epsilon perhaps not used to even having to play a second place playoff.
I did it. I got logged on screen. I did it. Thank you, everybody. It doesn't, you know, I make it there at the end. Yeah, let's take a proper look at logs. Now we have proper logs on the screen. Yeah, really, Rib low 1 damage. That's a little bit odd. Like if Rib had, you know, been up with the damage, it might have been a different story. I don't really know why Rib struggled with the damage. I don't remember seeing him doing I don't remember seeing him doing it a lot, but I don't remember him making like too many mistakes. There was a few times at the end he was by himself, but other than that, he seems to play a solid game.
I think Mike is just doing incredibly there. 11k damage, 37 to 16. War hitting pretty insane damage too, but I mean 13 for 15 KD, bit questionable, bit surprising as well. I'm not sure I managed that with having a not positive KD and yet insane amounts of damage.
Are they live? They're live, Ali.
Oh, they're live. Oh, stop talking then.
Okay.
Because I'm tapping back in.
Yep, okay. There we go. Here we go on mid on the second map. It is going to be process. Going to get myself on Mike for the first middle. Forsaken's going to go down pretty early. Scout's getting all over him, but Epsilon losing all the players. It's just Mike up top on half health. Surely he's going to go down. Down he goes. Kyler and Nox are already running away. Did you see much of that middle, Ali, as I try and fix
No, but I'm looking at the scoreboard now and I'm just thinking, oh, here we go again. Epsilon this time do manage to keep their medic alive, but they've lost the first middle in quite an emphatic fashion. Already sending Q and X in last. He's going to try and make a play. He jumps up top into Epsilon's panic room. You can just see him being taken down though. He jumps around trying to get the rocket onto Nox. Nox goes down to, well, only 90 health. He's going to be alright.
Yeah, only one of them hit. Yeah, it looked like the second one might have hit, but Q and X was over. It was just sort of like a, you know, throw yourself in there play. Don't really expect to get anything there. You're just kind of lucky if you do. Now we're going to see the push out right now, as they have indeed swapped colours. That's going to confuse me. Oh, that's annoying.
But yeah, Mike went for the bomb there. Maybe not trusting Forsaken for the Roma job. Surely should have been what Forsaken was doing. Is Fenneks are going to push on that advantage. Mike going down to the pipes of Rib. Well, maybe not. They just peeked bottom left, but they retreated. Perhaps wanting to take the game straight to Epsilon, who are completely on the other side. Sticking with their sniper actually, Bash. He's looking into lobby, going to try and get a frag there. War is up top, just spamming stickies. Perhaps trying to bait someone into the sniper scope. Quite an unorthodox hold, really. Heavy on the left-hand side. And are they pushing? Yeah,
maybe.
They're in lobby. This looks like a really slow push.
Yeah, Mike's having a peek from low, and there is a sniper on the field from Walters now to counter that Bash sniper. So sort of a sniper battle of two of the oldest scouts in the game right now. Mike's trying to spam that sniper away, but Walters still wants to try and get the angle. Waiting for his buff. I think he's going to challenge Bash in lobby right now, charging up the shot. Walters is going to win that duel. The veteran takes it. Walters, former Epsilon player, doming his... Did he play with Bash? Maybe old teammate. I don't know.
Nah,
his old
I think
team.
Bash replaced him. As he's going to go for another peek there in the bottom left, Walters. He's met by a soldier though, and the combo from Fenneks is going to come and have to save him. They send another soldier in QNX again onto Nox, and again is not going to be able to accomplish anything. And they send another scout in to dance around as well. They tried to send Walters in there to get the scope, but luckily Nox was aware and managed to pop. Finally, yeah. Nox does pop in response to another soldier bomb, Salmon that was, but they've managed to lose so many players that they're not going to be able to Uber back and contest second. Rib's there. Rib's alone though. They're going to catch him out. They send a soldier bombing. Rib, you need to be saved. Skeech finally comes back in to save Rib. Worrying moment then for Fenneks. They could have had to be forced back to the middle. They do have that Uber now, and they're trying to send another soldier bomb in. I don't understand this. They've got such an advantage.
Oh, QNX is all over him. He's going to go down. They trade a lot of people. Nox actually trades for frags right now. Skeege is going to pop off. Bash is behind on the sniper, but he's going to get Ubered by Skeege. Bash is dancing around right now, trying to fight the scouts. I think Forsaken's going to come in as well. Forsaken and Mike cleaning up everyone right there. Bash was just for bait. Mike and Forsaken will claim for glory, and Kyler's going to go start the cap on mid. QNX is going to be the first to spawn. I agree with you. I'm really not sure why QNX is trying so hard, or why the whole team is trying so hard to get Nox all the time. I don't know if they're just trying to put Nox in a bad mood, trying to like play some mind games. Especially
when you've got a big Uber advantage. You've got Uber, you're about to push in, and you sacrifice a Solly for a medic who's nowhere near Uber. And then you have one less someone to fight for you at the end of the Uber. And in that circumstance, that was what cost them, really, because as you say, Epsilon, Mike and Bash came in for Epsilon and completely destroyed their remaining Fenneks team. Now Nox has Uber, they're on mid, and they're going to push onto Fenneks there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the flank right now. Forsaken should be able to get a soldier pick on QNX. They're going to actually get it 2 picks right now, and surely they're going to pile through with that. Looks like Forsaken wants to go straight away. I think Mike might already be in. Yeah, oh, and actually Mike's behind Forsaken. Forsaken's got this point under control. There's someone in forward spawn. I think it's a sniper. GF18 hiding in forward spawn.
They know he's there.
Do they?
They really do.
He goes for a peek anyway, risking it. Not going to pay off though.
Changes back.
Equal Ubers, and it looks like Mike wants to go straight in here. Sees the heavy, changes direction, wants to get as close to that heavy as he can. But just trying to spam their way in here. Epsilon seem to be doing this. They did on Badlands as well, just spamming into last. Throw in Forsaken. And Forsaken gets nothing basically. Both teams trying to just throw the roamer at the other team right now.
Not at all working for the moment.
Yeah, QNX's go right now. I think QNX wants to go from lower. QNX is going to have a go. Trying to get all over Nox. Nox is going to have to pop. QNX gets for force. He gets for money. Yeah, just about. And now they're going to push in here. They're going to push into GF18 on heavy though. He's going to eat up that scout. Launches him all the way back. Going to claim that frag, and Epsilon really can't get aggressive. A scout's in left right now, but it might be a mistake. The was actually forced by Mike, but GF18 is going to clean that one up as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Mike really tried to do there. He jumped past Ski, who had Ubered, and jumped for the heavy, who promptly shot him out of the air. It's now going to be fairly even again. Uber's Nox is maybe 10 seconds ahead, would you say, in terms of his Uber building, but it's going to be tenuous as whether he's going to act on it. They've got a heavy themselves, Forsaken, just trying to change what they're doing in terms of pushing last.
Sniper
still 0-0. We've gone from one end to the other.
Walters is going back to last, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to say GF was the spy before, and now Walters has picked it up, but GF is actually on sniper. Sorry, going to try and pick up. Which door is he staring at for the moment?
I'm watching him stare at a door. He's staring out the left door. It looks like they're already in though. Going to swap off to someone a little bit more useful. We saw Forsaken coming in with the late part of you, but Mike's all over this soldier on left. Kyler's going to go down.
Nox down.
Nox is down. Mike's still committed pretty deep though. He's going to get onto Ski. He launches Ski, but GF18 is going to clean him up. Forsaken's still in the lobby. He's going to force for pop on Rib, but he's down to 24 health. Ski crucifies him with the crossbow. Bash is hiding bottom left. I don't know if he's waiting for the play. The cap has been started. Bash is going now. Bash is on the heavy. GF18's not noticed. He's not spun up. Bash might be able to claim this. Bash gets it, but the cap was 2-time. That was getting so close. GF18 caught with his pants down, but he's efficient. Prompt cap time, should I say. Now, Kyler's going to drop Skeege as he goes through choke. I'm keeping my eyes on Bash, though, because he's all the way behind. And he's going to come in on them now, and looks like Rib and Salmon are probably just going to be sandwiched right now. Bash dancing all over them. We're going to meet up with his medic as well. Nice play from Bash. Going to meet up with them, Forsaken, and the rest of the Epsilon team all over him now. QNX will go down, and Fenneks are going to have to back it up.
Yeah, after that near back cut from Bash, GF just tucked into chat. Wow, so close to Ruffle. So yeah, this has been quite. I mean, compared to last map where we had 4 rounds by this time, both teams playing it maybe more careful. Maybe Fenneks just being better at holding this last.
I think it's just process last in general. This is really hard to cap. That's all it is.
It's a lot of space to cross once you've Ubered compared to Badlands.
I guess that's why we're seeing one team like Fenneks throw QNX and then Epsilon throw Forsaken. They just want that clear advantage to push in with because it's such a big space. A lot like Snakewater last. It's really hard to get a nice exchange when you have to cover so much ground with the Uber.
And now we see Kyler actually on sniper. I'm not sure where he's sniping from. He's sniping from sewers. Yeah, that's a good spot. So he pops really early from last. That sniper's not going to be effective for now. As they jump really nicely into the choke. They managed to take down Mike with Stiggies and Forsaken with Sam, who jumped with Rib. That's going to be nice for them. They're going to have to keep pushing if they want to make use of that player advantage, because Nox does have a big advantage. Is that sniper still active? Yeah. Kyler, where is he? Kyler's hiding by spawn, actually. He's going to try and get the sniper as he comes through choke, but Salmon is going to jump right on him. He doesn't get the shot onto Skiege, and that's another player down for Epsilon. The players who died during Fenneks Zubra is going to contest, are going to spawn in time. And now it's a question of whether Epsilon pop to try and contest middle.
They're doing it, they're going for it. They're not going to block the cap, but they're going to try and jump in. War with quite a passive jump, going to try and focus down that soldier, not getting a lot done.
QNX courses.
Yeah.
And survives, actually. He's gone behind.
Wow, Forsaken's on really low health as well. Not really great. Mike is watching behind right now for that QNX bomb. Going to see where he's coming in from. He's actually having to fight a scout. He's still alive. I don't know if Fenneks want to come back in. They do actually. They're going to pop through. Scouts leading the charge, trying to chase down that soldier, but they're not going to get a whole lot of damage right now unless QNX can come in from behind and do something. But QNX is just trying to survive. He's just trying to run away on low health and get out IT. And after all that, it's just nothing's really changed, I guess. Like,
it was a useless Uber.
Like, it's just a complete leapfrog in Epsilon's favour, then the reverse, you know? Like, Epsilon now have Uber advantage, but they have a point, and QNX looks like he's lining up for a bomb. He looks like he wants to have 300 health, though. Greedy QNX can't do it with less than 300. No, he's just going to stay passive. That's what he's doing. He's not.
I could see QNX saying, "I'm behind there," and he's just being like, "Go now!" Not realising, of course, QNX was in an intense DM fight. As we see the Uber actually come out this time with PC, trying to get right into Fenneks' faces. And similar to last situation, they do manage to take down a Demo Man and Soldier of Fenneks this time. And actually, the other soldier from Fenneks is going to get caught behind, so they should well and truly secure this second. But there's a back cap.
Yeah, Forsaken's going forward still, though, and they're just going to be...
That cap is just Epsilon being really slow at capping.
Yeah. They're going to clean up QNX, and Skis just have Uber. I don't know if he's going to want to block this. No, they're far back. They're not going to take this fight. I wonder if we'll see Forsaken bombing for 40. He looks like he wants to go. He's not got a lot of health. He's only on 140. Well, 140 is enough, but he doesn't fancy his chances. And look how far back Epsilon are.
Yeah, well, they have an advantage, Skeege, but he's just not acting on it. Maybe Skeege expected Nox to be higher up in terms of building, but I mean, he didn't die when Epsilon Ubered, so Skeege should naturally have a much bigger advantage than Nox. They've got a sniper as well, well and truly set in for the defense there, not really intending to push either way. They've got a heavy as well. Yeah, they're not going to be pushing out anytime soon. But I mean, it's still 0-0. They don't want to try and push out and cost around because I mean, Epsilon are failing pushes so far. So why would you throw your players at a hopeful push when Epsilon might mess this up as the Uber comes in?
Yeah, Sniper's going to force Nox to pop kind of early. War's trying to hunt down the soldier for the super, but QNX has given him the jukes. Eventually he'll go down to War, but complete waste of the Uber, and Skeege is still sitting pretty on his Uber, and he looks like he wants to go with Salmon. Salmon's behind them all right now. He's going to drop lower, but Epsilon have tried to push to last. Salmon's on the medic, but he's just going to change and shoot the Demon Man instead because Epsilon are all going to last. And now Salmon has to do all the work because Epsilon have killed all the players behind him. Complete misplay from Fenneks here. Salmon has nothing loaded. Salmon completely biffs that Uber. Oh, it looks so good. It's so promising for Fenneks. Like Salmon was going to come get a good single Uber off and just wipe the entire Epsilon team, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, maybe Fenneks players just confused, assuming they were going to have a straight DM fight on last. When it turns out they should have really been backing off there, as the War is actually much faster, gets all the way across the point. They're trying to put some hurt onto Rib, but he goes a bit too far as GF comes in and takes him down. QNX dies also, but that's a fair trade. I mean, Scout for the demo, Fenneks are going to be feeling good about this. Epsilon try and get forward, they take the top, but they just don't have as much spam. Soldiers jumping soldiers, and Scouts trying to take those soldiers down, as this is a bit of a crazy mid. They should have won already by much more than they have, as they had a demo man for so much of that, but Rib should have been doing a bit more there maybe, but eventually, as you would expect from that initial situation, Fenneks are going to take this middle, and even Uber versus Uber fight on second, I reckon.
Yeah, Rib again, we saw it last map with the logs. He doesn't really seem to be having the same impact as he normally does. Like he's not letting his team down, but he's letting his team down in the sense that he's not performing as well as he normally does. And now it looks like Fenneks want to take this through the Surs. Looks like they're peeking the last left, but they've been spotted out. Epsilon soldier alert to that. They're swapping back to Choke. I don't know if they're just going to send QNX in or something. They don't seem ready for a lot, really. But QNX doesn't seem to be ready to do much either. So,
I mean, coming from last map, the things that Fenneks might have taken away was that we can play more slowly, don't play risky plays. Epsilon will probably make some kind of mistake, which for a typical Epsilon sounds stupid, but I mean, from today's game, it's definitely a worthwhile strategy. You can see maybe Forsaken or QNX bombing through the choke. Both team,
QNX has got 300. He's got to go. He's got to go right now.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it. He sees the medic. He's going for the wall jump. He gets launched kind of forward. All over him. Goes for the air shot. Nox has to pop. Now it's going to be all up to Skeege and Ribbonat to get a do. Soldier's going to come in big straight away, go straight down. Skeege pops early though, and Rib's gone big. Rib's gone all the way behind him. Rib's kind of cut them off right now. He's trying to hit pipes. He's making Epsilon look different ways. He's got Nox pincered. He will go down, but he's got his man. He's got the medic. There's a scout behind Skeege right now, but GF18's trying to get all over him. This scout is causing him problems, but the heals are there. And Fenneks, great push, great push.
Yeah, incredible by Rib. I mean, he jumped really far, and you're like, oh gosh, he's going to overextend. But he jumped into a really nice position actually. He was in there, and he was shooting pipe. The scout went behind to take him, but he managed to get knocked in the end. As this, they come into last, the Spawn's coming just in time for Epsilon. The Fenneks are going to continue to fight this. They've got 2 scouts left. The scout's going to dominate it, but War hits a nice sticky actually. I thought that was a pipe. And it's just going to be Rib and Skeege left alive. They've got a scout coming in who's going to try and get something done. He gets completely denied by Bash. Bash shuts down Waters. I took your spot. I'm better than you.
Skeege gave up on that fight. Like he knew he had Uber advantage and he just gave up on it. Didn't want to risk it. He's going to try the Uber advantage instead. I don't know about that. Like it was like a proper 50-50 scout and demo and medic versus scout and demo and medic. And Skeege just opts for the Uber advantage push. So now they're going to try and have to go. Looks like they will be going with Rib from underneath. Checking Sticky's going to try and get through without Ubering, and no one from Epsilon seems to be going for the force right now. Skeege is just going to edge his way out, crawling out of that, but Epsilon do have Uber. I don't know if they're going to want to go. They are going to go. Forsaken leading the way, getting all over Skeege. Will force him. Nox is going to try and flash Forsaken out as well.
This is much nicer, but
yeah, Rib with a nice pipe. Rib's all over them. Rib is going to get knocked once again. Rib's done so much damage in this lobby. If his team can come and help him clean it up, but Walters is too far away. QNX is going to arrive now. Nice arrow from Ski Johnson at Scout to deny him. QNX wants to follow up that damage, but QNX is completely outnumbered.
Yeah, they're so weak there, Epsilon. They eventually go down. Skeege is so backed off there. They could have bullied their way in last with how weak the Epsilon players were. But Skeege again trying to offer the advantage, going for the surefire pushes, no risk involved. Epsilon have to back up to last because they really just don't have a demo or a pocket at the moment. So they are going to be able to take this second Skeege. Fenneks, sorry, Skeege could have pushed that maybe through the last,
I think it was a really good decision from Skeege. I think that was perfect because Nox was down and Epsilon had to make things work on low health because of all of Rib's damage, and they knew they wouldn't have had enough health to cap the point, like to keep that push going for long enough to cap the point. So Skeege were right getting himself safe, and now they're going to Uber in. Salmon taking it in. Salmon and Walters combine. Salmon's going to go pretty deep, going to get a saving flash. They've killed War as well. Now in his time on the point. Rib's walking in now as well. The Heavy's walking in as well. Surely Mike can't do anything. And there we go. Tied up, 1-1.
Okay, so here we have Fenneks being the ones who are coming back. Really slow moving at the end. It was sort of push last, push out from last, push last, push out from last. But I mean, these are the this is the tactic that Fenneks are using, and it's working for them. As you see, the soldier from Epsilon there, really quick onto the demo, manages to trade with Rib. Really nice from Forsaken. War was really slow, so he's really lucky there that his soldier could do the denial work. As they now try to send QNX, he's not going to accomplish anything. GF18 rushes across the point there, and Fenneks is just going super aggressive. They're going to bully this Epsilon team out despite not having a demo. And now it's just War and Nox alive. Incredible.
Nox was so lucky to survive there. So much spam was going in at that choke. It really could have just been like catastrophic for Epsilon, but they will hold on to it. And War even wants to challenge right now. Going to bully his way in. Soldier all over Skeege. Forsaken goes down though. War's going to jump in, gets Rib instead of Skeege. Skeege is still on half health. Skeege is going to get the frag instead. Rib goes down. Skeege stops to have a little taunt. As Epsilon claim that mid. Epsilon don't claim the mid even. They failed their suicides. Yeah,
Epsilon,
sorry.
What are you doing? We talked up Mike before the game saying Salmon had nothing on him, but they just jumped a soldier and a demo man into a soldier and a medic for Fenneks, and Fenneks won. It's just ridiculous. But I mean, they're just walking in now. Oh, Skeege just dropped Salmon, but they've got enough players to coming in, and they've got a much better Uber here. They should be able to make it work, but they've got players behind. Rib takes down Bash, but he's going to get sucked out. As Epsilon have flanks coming in too, and it's just going to be 2 players left alive for Fenneks. Skeege is running away. He's 79 health, but he's got a soldier chasing him. Forsaken eventually manages to get Skeege. Nice, but the scouts from Fenneks, they managed to get 2 frags between them, and they've also got Salmon coming in.
Walter's got 3 right now.
That's ridiculous.
What's his name? Forsaken, Mike, and War. All the heavy classes jump for Skeege. They all focus Skeege, and Walters just stands at the side, picking them off one by one. Easy frags for Walters.
This is going crazy.
They catch the scout hiding as well. Salmon's going to be all over him. goes for the airshot, but GF18 says no thank you. I'll take that one, give myself a free streak, follow my boy Walters, and crit streak for Skeege. Show me rib.
Yeah, well, I mean, Epsilon there suicided for Skeege, which is fine. I mean, they needed to in that situation, but they lost all of their players. It was 5 versus 2 on the push out, and Fenneks got spawns, but I mean, having spawns shouldn't. I mean, they were coming in from choke points. You know, Epsilon should have had positional advantage, everything, but they just got completely mashed. And now Ubers are going to be equal. Fenneks is once again in control of the second point. Based on previous experiences, I don't think you can see Nox pushing out unless he knows he's got Uber advantage, which he might not. And is this a pause?
It is a pause. So where we're at right now is both Ubers are pretty much going to be ready at the same time. Except one is crits and one is Uber. So I imagine Fenneks are going to go for like a really timid, maybe like throw QNX and crits out the corner. Just to try and get Nox to pop and then recycle, build faster, have a crits advantage push, you know? That's kind of a standard crits play, as I think we're getting on pause straight away here, which is very exciting. Very exciting. The HUD will not be broken. Yes, TF2, my HUD is not broken.
Okay, mine is Ucast.
It's a summer miracle. It's what day is it today? July the 17th. Remember this day, the day TF2's HUD did not break after a pause in STV. They will slide around still, but we'll take what we can get. It's crits against Uber, and I don't know if Epsilon know this. They're getting quite far forward in lobby. I wouldn't, maybe like Salmon or Rib, you know, could just take the crits into lobby, try and catch them with their pants down there. Epsilon getting really far forward. I'm not sure if they're just going to end up walking into this. Nox isn't committing actually, so maybe they do know, like having their heavies play forward.
Holding lobby, it could be quite lethal from a demo man coming from under. I mean, shooting all the way to lobby. But yeah, I mean, they're holding that left side position, which is going to be interesting. If they come in from right side, then they're going to be able to bully the soldier there from Epsilon and maybe get a cross point crit sticky if he's up to it. But at the moment, Nox has just got his face stuck in some barrels. I'm not sure if he's... What is he doing?
Did he time out? Surely if he's the one who timed out.
No, like I'm not sure. He didn't time out, so they still got Uber. But yeah, he's just sat in that position, which is quite nice at the moment. I mean, he's not likely to get crit sticky from anywhere.
Down. I think, okay, maybe I'm going to try and see into the future right now. I think the play is Epsilon are forced to push out with Uber just because of how the point works. It's quite difficult to push out with. They bait Epsilon to push in, they use Uber to reclaim the point, then Rib comes in with crits from Surs or something. But Epsilon don't really seem to want to go. Epsilon aren't falling for it. Epsilon aren't going to risk it.
Can you enable time left on the HUD?
If someone sends me the command, I can do that.
Okay, well, for those in stream who don't know, we've got 10 minutes left in this game, which is currently 1-0. The Uber comes out lower from Epsilon. They're not going to get much done with it, and they're not going to kill any players. Mike's going to jump forward to try and get the force out from Skeege. He does 2 jumps, lands 1 rocket, just Skeege holds, nice. I mean, he had the rest of Fenneks there to try and clean up as the crit sticky comes in, managed to take down Bash. They get another crit sticky onto War, but in that time, Skeege, GF18. So Fenneks was off their medic and both scouts, but at the moment, it's just... for Epsilon, Nox and a heavy alive, but they just send 1 soldier at a time. They need to do better than that. As QNX just gets completely mashed by Kyler, who just stands on that point and takes the damage.
Perfect class choice for Kyler right there. Still waiting. Will HUD reload scheme do it?
No, it didn't do it for me, my friend. Anyway, we're going to see them push out to choke at the moment. They should have advantage. I believe Nox. Yes, he does. He's about my HUD's just come back, so we should have about 10 seconds for which after Nox's pop, Ski shouldn't have his Uber, theoretically, providing they both build quite well. But we're going to see a push coming through PC. I like PC push. You can get really quickly into the opposition's faces, but Rip does have stickies there. Nox pops his players just in time. Good pop from Nox. As insane jumps from Forsaken gets him completely behind the Fenneks team. They've got a sniper there. He's going to go down.
Oh!
Forsaken finishes off with the equalizer kill. GF18 just what? In chat. Meanwhile, there's still a fight going on in mid as the Fenneks players were stuck behind. They come back off and clean up. That's just going to be, yes, it's a wipe. We have a big wipe coming out from Epsilon onto Fenneks. They lose through just 3 players and keep their medic alive, so this should be, based on Ubers alone, this should be a push from Epsilon to last with Uber.
Yeah, really kind of messy play, but Kyler just cleaned up everything there. Really, Mike as well. Just confident pocket, scout pocket, soldier work, and now we have a pretty clear Uber advantage for this last push. And we saw it last round, you know, or last map even, you know, where it was really close, and when Epsilon just pull away in the last few minutes, sort of about this sort of time is when Epsilon pulled away, got themselves in the lead. We're tied up right now, and Epsilon want to go for the push. Looks like they're going from lower. Skeege is on 75%. They're going to probably try and focus Skeege right now. They're actually leading with Kyler. Kyler's going to try and get deep. Walters goes down early. They're getting frags really early. Skeege doesn't have the Uber. He's on 96%, 97%. He's going to give the Uber. The Uber outspawn. Rib makes it on. Rib makes it on to the point, but they still cap it. Oh, yeah, Rib only got 2. It looked like a lot more. It was very dramatic, but...
If they had more players alive than Fenneks, that jump from Rib to save the point from spawn was incredible. But unfortunately, the rest of the Fenneks players hadn't really got the message and all died previously. So we're going to see another middle as Epsilon go 2-1 with 6 minutes remaining. Rib once again smashes water mid in terms of timing. This time Forsaken doesn't come on a trade with him, so this should be more so in Fenneks' favour. But Epsilon are taking top really nicely. They've got a lot of control there, as this is actually really passive mid. We've seen no frags already. Scout from Fenneks maybe jumping aggressive as is that Forsaken. He's gonna just surf away, and we've still no frags. Really weak players though on Fenneks' side as Salmon eventually goes down. Is that going to be the cue for Fenneks to fall back? It maybe looks like it. They take down Mike, but they lose QNX. Soldier for soldier trade. Is Epsilon now compiling forward? Skeege goes down. Was that a drop? That was a drop.
I think so. It sounded like a drop. The Scout and Demo are going to try and do something here, but GF18 has no health.
Yeah.
It's just going to be...
Skeege swears in chat. Yep, understandable response. As Epsilon is just going to move through choke now. There's a Scout hiding. Is he gone behind Walters? He takes down War.
Pretty nice.
That's a really nice trade. That's going to slow down the push. But I mean, with Skeege only just spawned, there still should be plenty time for War to spawn and Epsilon to push on with Uber.
But yeah, Fenneks needs to go make a play. They're actually really far forward here. Kyler's taking it in. Kyler's all over Skeege. The Soldier's going to arrive to help him. Kyler wants to finish Skeege. He's going to get in. Mike Forsaken even jumps in, finishes Skeege. And Epsilon just hammering this home right now. Kyler's looks like he wants to win that one-on-one as well. Forsaken's trying to get out. Rib's going to jump in. Rib's going to save the day and clean those frags up a bit. But Skeege did go down. And now Fenneks going to be forced to play it again with Uber disadvantage. Epsilon, really good play from Forsaken to commit with that Uber just to like maintain the Uber advantage for Nox.
Yeah, come on Fenneks, you can push out now. We've got non-Ubered. They won't have that Uber for so long. Oh wow, the bomb comes in. War had his stickies right from where QNX jumped. And he's not going to get anything done. As Rib jumps and gets completely denied. Air shot down. He's not going to get anything done. As all the heavies go down from Fenneks. Maybe a bit too over-aggressive. And that was just 2 alive. Skeege went down in the midst of that. That's just a heavy on live. Fenneks trying to push out before Epsilon get their Uber, but it really didn't work. Epsilon bunched up, hit nice shots. Wow, that was just incredible from Epsilon.
Yeah, I mean, brave from Fenneks really to try it, but we find ourselves in the same position. 3-1 with 4 minutes left. I want to believe, but my brain is telling me, you know, better now, really. Rib, again, like you said, same as last round, just beating Wolf in that rollout. So I'm just going to try and go aggressive, but only goes about halfway onto the point right now. Rib's going to try and move forward. We're going to see what soldier bombs are coming. Forsaken's already wrecked. Mike's going to try and win up top, but he's getting beaten by Salmon right now. The Scouts are trying to get across the point, but Kyler again getting pinned back as well. GF18's, with the help of Rib, is cleaning people up. And it's just Nox and Kyler left alive, and I think they're all the way back on last. Yeah, they're on last. They need to win it now. If Fenneks need this round pretty much straight away to give themselves a chance. But who knows? Who knows? Keep believing, keep dreaming.
Well, they're doing what they would need to do, but they need to push now if they want to stop Nox getting his Uber. They're sitting back on second. I think they just want to wait and try and take the Uber versus Uber fight, which is questionable, but I guess it's hard to know for Skeege how close to Uber he is. They've got 3 minutes left at the moment to try and win this. They need 1 round and then obviously another if they want to force the golden cap. Another to win it outright, but maybe that's pushing a bit too much. But they take Mike down. Really peculiar position for Mike, as the pocket Solly just miles away from Nox.
There's a spy in play.
But
GF18's on spy behind Nox right now. He's just going to stab the sniper instead. He's going to cloak up. He's going to try and revolve a Nox, but the push might just come in anyway. Walters is going to trade. Nox is going to have to pop up for safety Uber right now, but QNX is waiting to pounce. The Spy is still behind people as well. GF18 will go down, but it might be enough of a distraction. QNX is in.
Oh, but Nox is going to go down. The Soldier's still in. The Soldier switches off Nox to go for the heavy. I mean, good choice when Nox is miles away from Uber. But will that tell? Mike's got healed and he's just destroying. Ski just chucking out arrows. Ski, why don't you heal your players? Oh my god.
Ski just trapped now. Scout's going to try and come in and save him, but they're just going to get focused down. Walters again trades with Forsaken. Ski just still on last. Ski just trying to be about as much of a hero as you could possibly be in this situation, but it's not going to work. Yeah, that heavy, they just... QNX, I think, as well, with a bit of weird focus fire coming back in. GF18.
Oh, nice shot from GF18 from Choke.
Whoa, he hits another headshot on a Scout before Mike takes him down. Kyler's getting heals though, he'll be fine, and Fenneks are starting to run out of time right now. 1 minute 40 seconds left in their ETF2L campaign to get 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's going to have to be an incredible succession of back caps or insane air shots for them to pull this. I mean, 1 minute 35 is fairly close to having to cap 1 round, let alone cap 1, respawn and cap another. They take down Mike quickly enough, but they've got actually 3. They're just going to have to go now. Nox has got a Zuba, but they're just going to have to force and then just fall back and then just go as quickly as they can. They sent 2 players behind there. They're going to go for this back cap. Epsilon, Uber in, and they send Rib jumps behind. They've got 3 players on the back cap. As War jumps to block, but the air shot comes out from QNX. He's going to deny War blocking that point. Nox is surfing around. What is happening? Players are flying about here. To get on that point. I don't know if they're going to have time to cap this, cap last, and go for another round, but hell are they going to try?
They want the round. Rib's going straight in, he's going to jump behind. Lancey's surf, he's going to try and bait some aggression there. Scouts coming in, they're trying to focus down at front Soldier. Scout's going to get on top of Rib's face, though that's not going to help. Rib's not really put out enough damage right now. Walters and Rib go down. Soldier's going to keep trying to come in as well. Nox is healing these people up.
Leave Fenneks.
Salmon's coming in, gets absolutely mashed between the both Soldiers and Bash. QNX is going for it, Equalizer's out! Equalizer is out, but it will not be enough to equalize the scores right now, as Epsilon are going to push all the way out, reclaim this. 28 seconds left. Fenneks certainly put up a fight. Epsilon looks shaky, but Epsilon still in the final, as always. Nox, they're just going to pile through here, and Nox and Bash get 2 kills.
Seconds left. Yeah. Pad your stats, lad. Pad your stats. You'll seem better at the start of the next playoff.
Yeah, Ski's just going for the arrows, but he gets Mike. But War's just defending Nox, keeping him alive. It's just Skiege. The round will end. That's 3-1. It will only be 2 maps tonight. Epsilon have taken it. Epsilon claim the place in the grand final. Fenneks are out.
Same as during the season. Skiege once again not impressed with the performance of Epsilon. That last game being with Epsilon and just switched around their roster, but I mean, justifiable once again. Maybe not see this team beating Osomniac based on the start of the first map, but I mean, Epsilon being Epsilon, they wouldn't have liked this to be as close as it was, I think. Gonna try and get people in, but as it was, that was 2 maps. Epsilon gonna progress to the final playoff and gonna play AWS for the championship, as it were, knocking out Fenneks, who had their win against GG Well Played to get to here, but they've been stopped dead in their tracks fairly emphatically, would you say?
Yeah, pretty much. Just another little kind of quick announcement. Who has informed me the playoff between Lazy Pandas, bottom of Prem, against the top of Div 1, C-Play, has finished. Lazy Pandas will remain in Prem. They beat C-Play 3-1 on Viaduct and 6-1 on Process. Lazy Pandas will be Prem for 1 more season.
Oh. Assuming they're going to lose after that.
At least 1 more season, possibly more, you know? Possibly more.
Yeah. I heard just did 1 more season.
Alright, I'm going to